Welcome back to Tecmo 101. Mort here, getting you ready for the Tecmo Players Championship. I'm going over the top matchups for each team in the Players Championship because in the Tecmo Players Championship, there's a restriction on how many times you can use a matchup. So to help you better prepare, I'm going over some top matchups of every team. Right now, we're going to be taking a look at the Browns and QB Browns. And QB Browns has a lot of skills. As you see there, it's pretty accurate in that pass. Let's throw it deep to Slaughter. In coverage, doesn't mean anything. Finally, let's see about this. And just in case you don't want to throw in coverage or take a risk, you can get sacked like I just did. Or maybe if you're playing a little bit better than that, you're going with QB Browns, you can maybe just gain 15 yards because he's fast as well. QB Browns is probably the best quarterback in the lower tier of the game. And let's go over and take a look at why. So, QB Browns, in team data, as you will see, is 25 MS, 75 pass control. So that means he's fast and he completes a lot of his passes. And that 44 passing speed means he's right at the sweet spot, right at the bottom of where you want to be. You want to be somewhere between 44 to 63. 44 to 63 is great. So he's the best weapon. He's paired up with Eric Metcalf with 38 MS. They have an 88 hitting power running back you should use at kick returner, although he's not going to get as much out of the kick returns because Tony Jones is only 25. This isn't the Saints, but at receiver, Webster Slaughter, 63 receptions, 38. Langhorne and Ozzie Newsome, they're not fast, but they will catch the ball. And they got a great quarterback throwing to them, so it makes them look better. Average kicker. The defensive line is really nothing special besides hitting power. At linebacker, you got some old players. This was Clay Matthews Sr. last year. Mike Johnson is your overall fastest defensive player at 44.50. And then team that up with Frank Minifield with a 50.44 is your best defensive back. And in 38.50, Felix Wright if you want a little more interceptions. So what Cleveland's good at? They're good at passing the ball. They're okay at running with a 38 MS running back, and the quarterback's also capable of running the ball very well, and that's what Cleveland does well. What they don't do well is, well, pretty much everything else. And so that's why Green Bay is a great matchup. Green Bay doesn't have a lot of defense, so that you can just air it out against them and go up against this weak secondary. And it's just a battle to see who's going to be able to throw for more yards. Green Bay, I feel like, has the edge because of the running back edge, and they also have a 25 MS quarterback. But it's still a very good matchup for the Browns. Another great matchup for the Browns is, believe it or not, against Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is great defense, but the Browns can sometimes take advantage of that and negate that factor because the Browns are one of the few teams that could throw on Pittsburgh because Pittsburgh's best defensive back is only a 63 interception. That means he's outclassed by a 75 pass control quarterback. And then the weakness, of course, though, and then with that weaker Pittsburgh passing offense and slower running backs, you could take advantage of that. Finally, we have Cleveland. Let's go with Cleveland versus Phoenix. Now, again, Phoenix has two great defensive backs, but they're both 56 INT. So, again, you're outclassing them, going up against a bad quarterback, a slow offense. They don't have the greatest offense in Tecmo. There's a very good chance of outscoring these guys and even getting some defense against them. And one thing you got to watch out, of course, for is Johnny Johnson's probably going to be able to run the ball on you pretty well. So if I had to take Cleveland in 3 matchups in this tournament, I would consider Cleveland versus Phoenix, versus the Green Bay, which is a very classic matchup that has been used a lot over time. And also consider going with Cleveland against the Pittsburgh Steelers as well, as kind of like the more of the reach, the surprise matchup. Of course, Cleveland's good against the Jets. They're good against the Saints. Cleveland Atlanta's a good game. There's a lot of passing, but a good game. I can see Cleveland versus Dallas. Again, with most of these matchups with Cleveland, you're just trying to outscore the other team and hope for one lucky break on defense. Anyways, thanks for watching my video. This is to help you get ready for the Tecmo Players Championship. That's April the 18th in Chicago. Just keep paying attention. There's going to be more videos like this every week. And also, of course, our videos we do on the Retro Sports Gamer channel almost every Monday and at various Saturdays throughout the year. Thanks again, and have a good one.